We're starting off this video today in our little quaint office. Actually, the day has kind of started already, but we're just playing catch up, trying to get this video done. We have our fourth transporter of the day pulling up that actually has the right trailer and the right rig. Look out there, Christian. Get a little picture. He's actually going to Nevada with a tow truck, and he is finally here. He is not going to steal it. He has the right outfit, the right rig, and the right paperwork. So we're excited about that. We're also excited because we're getting ready to show you a really cool square body, 76 model, K15, with something special under the hood. You got to watch the video to see what's special under the hood, but it is special. And no, it's not a V8, V10 confusing thing. Like, I love you guys watching this on YouTube because y'all understand. Well, some of y'all understand. Some of them don't. And a lot of comments get deleted. We'll leave it at that. But anyway, in case you guys haven't ever been here, there's our 100,000 plaque on the wall. There was a 1976 license plate there. That was my dad's first license plate when he went in business. Christian's behind the camera going, I don't know. But it was hanging there until that plaque went up. Now we cannot seem to find that 1976 very important license plate because it holds a key to an answer we need, which was what year we went in business in 1976. So Mom's actively figuring that out because we want to know that's next year. We're going to celebrate our 50th year in business. So we've also got some screenshots that I had Mike screenshot out of his phone. I've got a few that I screenshot from some customers I want to share with you guys, some faithful followers on the channel of their newest acquisitions. I want to try to do that maybe every week. Good and bad. I'll share it with you. Doesn't matter. Things don't always go perfect. Working with a customer right now, texting with them. Got a little wheel wobble. Not one of our wheels, an aftermarket wheel. Might have a bend in it. We'll have to take care of it. We'll figure it out. But we'll also do a walkthrough here one day, which I want to do. I'll point on a couple things that you guys have never seen before. Of course, we got flags everywhere because we love the flag. But there's that truck you see in the background sometimes across the street in the showroom. There's where it was in a front cover, second cover, back cover. I don't remember where it was. But my dad's truck was in the magazine, and that was at Virginia Motorsports Park, one of the few shows that we actually took it to ever. And there's a lot of things with that truck I want to show you guys in the future too. Like, it's hard to see, but I'm seeing the picture now. You're not going to be able to see it on camera real good, but he actually made an air conditioning system work in the truck. Again, remember, this was our family vehicle. This was it. This is what we had. Mom had a car. Dad had a truck. Even though he had a car lot, this was his one and only personal vehicle. And he put air conditioning in it to keep us and Mom happy. Retrofitted it from like an El Camino, if I remember correctly. Hopefully my uncles will remember a little bit more because they helped him a lot with this truck also. And some family friends along the way. But that truck has got to be the most kept vehicle in the family that everybody has always loved. My youngest uncle ended up building a truck similar to it years later that we ended up selling for him, an orange one that I think went to Florida or Texas. I don't know where it went a long ways away, but because he always loved that truck too. So that truck's a fond piece of our history. Matter of fact, another magazine article, there's a picture of my dad with our very first nice new rollback. So if you think we jumped on the bandwagon of rollbacks, that's an 02 or an 03 that we bought new. And we bought one the next year, and we bought one the next year. Then we skipped a couple years, and we kept buying them. And then that's his truck, him standing in front of it. I've also got another article. Well, there's another magazine thing from his truck. But I've got one in our original, this is across the street, second location. Our original location, my grandfather's shop in the family house of my dad with that truck in the 80s or late 70s for a magazine article also. Or that was not a magazine, sorry, newspaper. Anyway, let's get the video started. Let's get this man loaded up. And we've got some cool stuff for today. All right, this is a little different here. We got a video being taken by me of Christian instead of Christian taking a video of me. But he is checking in, live action, this beautiful Sierra Classic 15 K10 would be the designation if it was a Chevy. So basically K15, since it's a Sierra Classic. Now this truck sold through a super high-end auction. I think the paperwork's in the truck for like $72,500. It's going to be considerably less than that. It'll be on the website when? Today.
About 15 minutes.
Oh!
Yeah.
Lucky for you guys, this video won't load fast enough for us to hold him to that. But it is a really cool truck. One of the arrivals from yesterday. And we didn't have to do much of anything to this truck. Just some light little tweaking and minuscule little things. .35s, rally wheels. It would clear an offset wheel, so if somebody loves this truck but does not like the rally wheel, they could easily go on a 15 by 10 or a 15 by 12, which we have in stock. But not everybody likes them hanging out. Not everybody lives in a state that you can let them hang out. So these actually tuck the truck properly. If my father was still around, this would be his favorite combination. I cannot tell you how many hundreds of sets of rally and BFGs ran through our parking lots over the years. That was definitely his absolute favorite. Christian's gonna pop the hood. That's what I was waiting to get to, guys. Vintage air system, Vortec motor. There's your computer. Some nice headers on her. Clean frame. Well done truck. A very well done truck and not overdone. So the cool thing is it sits there, it idles, it runs nice, but it's efficient because of fuel injection, which is really neat. Spray and bed liner. Got the proper steering wheel. GM tag in the door. I love those little touches like that. The two-tone's clean. It rolls all the way inside like it's supposed to. Rockers and cab corners. Look good. It is full spring, front and back. The exhaust work is nice. Kept the spare tire. Nice little pockets. Uh-oh, couple little speakers behind here. Seat and the upholstery's nice and tight. So we'll try to get a test drive video in today, if time permits. But just fire it up real quick, Christian. You got the key? You don't see this very often either. It's got a little truss on the front axle. Pretty neat. You can see the polyurethane bushings on the sway bar. Woo! That sounds good. Fires right up too. No pumping, no choke, no nothing weird. Really cool. Check the body lines out. I told all my guys we're going to start slowing down a little bit and going over these a little bit more thoroughly with a video per. AJ and Christian handle the videos on Davis Auto Sales VA, and a lot of people are not going onto that channel and watching, but Christian does a really nice detailed walk around on each one. And there's so many things that a picture may not show from a different angle or a different spot or something else. So the videos where they're less distractive and a lot going on are on that page. I get more excited about pointing out the cool, weird, rare things, but some people just want to see, you know, what does the body line look like? What does this look like? What does that look like? You know, those kind of things. So we'll do a little better job going forward of some more detailed videos, but you do know if you want them, all you gotta do is ask for them. And we'll be happy to get them. Not LED yet, but it will be. Perforated headliner. There's your up-to-date air conditioning controls, retro radio, shifter in the floor, dual tank switch. Again, we haven't tried all those things yet. Little pet peeve of mine that I love, they ran the connector cable for the computer inside the truck. It's really neat. Easy to hook up. You can scan it with a regular scan tool. Cool truck here. So Christian will get this video loaded today on Davis Drives VA. Also, as just a separate video for this truck, a couple little cool stickers under the hood. Even still got the jack. Pretty neat. Cool truck, thumbs up. We'll do a little bit more little picky stuff to it, but I don't see anything that really we got to talk about. She's a good runner. Already took her around the block. The BFGs obviously are super quiet and ride great. Somebody's going to love that truck. And we got a video for you guys on this one today too. Separated video. And then we got a couple not so fun ones to knock out that won't get to the channel, but we got to send to customers. So yeah, I've got a couple little things that I put together because we know you're putting a lot of faith in people like us when you're buying a vehicle online, and a lot of stuff's fake these days. A lot of fake reviews, a lot of fake information online, a lot of things you could pay money to have. You can even buy followers these days. We've grown our business over almost 50 years as organic as possible. And I hear a lot of people tell me that that's why they appreciate these videos, because they feel like they're very organic, very real. They're not scripted. Literally, Christian or AJ will say, let's do it. Let's do a video. Or they'll catch what's going on and say, let's video it. You know, you checking that truck in. Or I'll say, hey, something's happening. Let's do it. Let's check this video. But these are a couple different ones. Now, I've got one that I'm physically texting with right now. And he had a couple little issues with a truck that got delivered. But he just did text. He's like, I finally got a chance to look at it himself. He had it delivered and his guys were looking at it. There was a couple little things he wanted addressed or had a concern about. So kind of started off a little, on the wrong foot there for the morning. And now texting a little bit. He's driving the truck, enjoying the truck. A lot of custom touches got put on the truck. And the thing that I have to take away from this, guys, is I can assure you the stuff we touch, we're not building a square body in 2025 brand new. There's going to be body and paint. There's going to be imperfections. There's going to be older things that have been done. There's some of these trucks have been painted 10 times, There's a lot of stuff. But when we add a 1.0 or 2.0 package, or if we add steps, or if my Uncle David fixes the dash, or Kenny works on the interior, or anything that we specifically do for ourselves, it's going to be as top-notch as it can be. The other things that the truck may have had done 20 to 30 years ago, we can't control, unfortunately. But things that are in our control, we're going to do our best to take care of them. So pause it real quick, Christian. All right, so that was Daniel stopping in, not a customer. But now we went from 0 employees in the office to Mike, Mom, AJ. Everybody's back. So we can do this without any interruption and no phone calls, hopefully. And me and Daniel were just powwowing on some SEMA crunch time things that we said we weren't going to have, but we're currently maybe having. So, and also this time of the year is always the busiest for car shows, fall festivals, trunk or treats. Of course, when you have a Ghostbuster car, a Batman truck, a lot of people reach out for crazy things. So we like to accommodate anything that has anything to do with the kids. So trying our best to make all that happen. Couple of screenshots here. So this is where we actually purchased a truck. I got to save this purchase frame off. You'll find that my saving of names in my phone is usually about trucks. It's always been that way. So my buddies are still in there as white Dodge or silver Chevy or whatever. But we purchased this truck. We made a very seamless deal. Unfortunately, some of it was done by email, but said, hey, transporter will be here. I sent him the screenshot for the transporter. I didn't want to include any names or numbers on these things. Perfect, thanks. He sent me pictures of the truck loaded up. Thank you, sir. Look forward to it. Nice doing business with you. More to come. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Very happy how it went. It was very seamless. He sent everything we asked for. It's a process of what we asked for. Nothing that's out of the ordinary. We wired him the money. We're getting the truck. Simple, seamless deal. Fair deal. He was happy. He was tired of doofing off with, I was going to use a different word there, people on Facebook and people on the internet and people on eBay. He tried it all. Also pretty cool. His name is Davis, just like us. Must have been meant to be. Wow. This truck's going to be an impressive one. I'm ashamed. It sucks it didn't print in color. Y'all are going to love this truck. So another one, Eric, one of our good customers. This truck was the one I kind of built for myself for last summer, and he saw it. I told the story a lot. He's actually the one that traded in a couple vehicles because he saw this truck in the shop. Blown his mind. He was like, dude, I gotta have it. It had not gone for sale. It was built for me to personally drive around and enjoy. It actually had my own personal, just so you guys know, I dropped your wheels and tires off with Dave. This truck was riding around on my personal tires and wheels off my Tahoe for a long time because these had not come in yet, what he wanted. So I sold him the truck. He allowed us to take it to a couple shows. Thanks, Eric. I think you watched the videos. And I was like, he put the new tires and wheels, got Davis Off-Road on there now. So sexy. He said, I love the truck. And it was definitely a badass favorite for us. No doubt. Red, in case you can't see the color, it was red. And it's one of the few that slipped through that my family down in Carolina didn't scoop up. But really neat truck. Took it to Bloomsburg. Drove it at the beach, really enjoyed it. Frame off restoration truck. It was really cool and definitely a showstopper. Black and gray that y'all saw last week that left on the 44 Swampers. He ended up adding a few things at the last minute. So this is just a little bit of him talking about he's running to the bank to send that money. He said, if you don't think I'm driving that truck, you're crazy. He was driving it to the bank. It had just been delivered. Said, sounds good. Appreciate your patience with everything. Really excited to get it in and out. He said, same goes. The experience was top notch. You guys are great. I said, yes, sir. Appreciate it. He said, Annie, wait for the next one. Might be a 3+3 for the kids. And I was like, I understand that. All of our personal trucks, referring to 10-door Suburban, Grimace, and the 3+3s that we have, are all for the family because you got to have a big truck for a big family. Polaris Ranger. This was actually taken in on consignment from one of our good local customers. Polaris was happy. Showed me a video of him cruising through some creeks and ponds and stuff. Thanks again for your help. Super happy with this incredible machine. I told you a lot of effort went into that unit. So my dad has a stock one now. He's probably going to be looking to you guys for some upgrades. So that was pretty neat. This one from Mike. Mike didn't do the best job here because he didn't have the phone number saved. So I had to crop this a little bit. But those people bought a rollback. And bless his heart, Mike's learning the phone technology better and better every day. Hey, Mike, made it home safe. Thanks again for all your time and efforts on the purchase. Eunice has it booked for the rest of the week. That's great. Visited. They actually talked about a Cruising the Coast car show, so they sent him a little link. So that was pretty neat. Very personal experience with all these customers. 77 Squarebody. This was pretty cool. This guy was actually a dealer, and he reached out and purchased the 77. Obviously, sight unseen. Had a couple little things he wanted us to do last minute, which we did for him. Transporter screwed us around 2 or 3 different times, and unfortunately, not our fault. We were arranging the transport. They came with the wrong trailer. One, I think, had an actual issue on the way and canceled. So he said, yes, sir, I understand the frustration. Not a big deal on my end. Just need no one expected it. So I apologized to him. He said, I used to own 2 retail operations at the height of eBay. He said he had to deal with transport companies. He understood. Told him transporters loaded up, headed your way. He said, amazing news. Title arrived today. So well, please pass my appreciation on to Gail. You folks are top notch. Definitely will recommend to you guys all the gawkers I get on my truck. Have a great evening. And then he got truck. He was very happy. This one right here is pretty cool. I'll make sure I got them in order here. So this guy bought a truck that you guys probably don't recognize as a super exciting truck. It was basically farmer, stock, original, dog dish hubcap truck. But it had so many touches done that he wanted done. Air condition, trim, bed liner, gooseneck ball, wiring, so many other things. Lots of little things, but all little things do take time. He said, hey, I'm planning on picking it up Monday. If one of your technical wizards, meaning Christian or AJ, could help me link up my phone. He got a Bluetooth retro radio. So it looks old school, but it's Bluetooth. He wanted to hook it all up. Yes, sir, we can handle that, no problem. God bless you and your good people again. Thanks for everything. See you Monday. Monday, he came, texted me about 5 o'clock. I was going to text him when I left here because we've been texting quite often. Hey, man, me and old Blue got home. The truck is so tight. I mean, a pleasure to drive. AC will freeze you out. I know I keep saying it, but you guys knocked this one out of the park. Thank you so much. Hell, I got tired of waving at people up the road. So many people liked it. I said, I was going to give you a call when I closed up. Glad you made it home safe. He said, we did pretty much the same time frame as going down with the red truck. Now we're going to go play farmer. So he's getting home. He left his red truck here. So he texted me again on Tuesday in the afternoon. JW, just want to tell you how much I appreciate you, your family, and your employees for the hospitality and professionalism. That means a lot in this day and age. Also enjoyed the visit tour with your brothers. Good guys, especially taking the time as busy as they are, which they totally are. They don't have time to stop and diddle around because we got customers' trucks we got to get done. Really liked yesterday's thumbnail, nice touch. So his truck was in the thumbnail and we made it like a farm background for him. Little things go a long way. That's Christian and AJ's work. Yes, sir, had to make the farm look, most of it anyway. So then yesterday he texted me again. You tricky little shit. I just noticed you changed out the window rubber. You bet. Oh, well, I don't know what that was supposed to be. I keep looking it over. Still can't believe how tight this truck is. Thanks so much. So I told him, and this is the truth. Try to do a few extra things here and there when patience is available. People don't understand a lot of the time that goes into it, but patience is what allows a proper build to happen. And I can assure you of that. Now, don't have patience when you're seeing no progress. So I'm not telling you to drop it off somewhere and 2 years later, you should still be waiting, because you shouldn't. But when a customer doesn't bug us to death and my uncle or somebody in the shop notices a $30 window trim or a $10 knob or a $5 switch, we're going to replace it. It was never mentioned, never on a bill. We had the time. The truck was here. It was inside. We addressed it. That's just the quality of customer service we try to go to. Now, we can't throw a $1,000 set of wheels on there just because, but little things like that when a customer's patient and is enjoyable to work with is great. But when we get pushed down to the wire and somebody's asking every single day and we're way outside of the time limits, like we're 2 months ahead of time and somebody's already wondering, it's not that we don't want or not, the pressure gets a little frustrating. I don't even know how else to put it. So perfect example right here, guys. The more patient you are, the better. We'll get as much done as possible. A lot of times we'll clean them. We don't even say that. You know, sometimes I'll get some paint underneath that you didn't ask for. We'll do as much as we can as we have time to do. Well, buddy, you did a great job on this one for sure. I'm loving it, and so are so many others. Got stopped in the Food Line parking lot today. So there's no doubt very few will realize the effort that goes into it. The text went on to say, you know, it was a very moderate looking truck. It was still a $40,000 or $50,000 square body. It wasn't a cheap truck, but it got every nook and cranny that he wanted done. He drove it home 3 or 4 hours or however long it took him to get home. He's going to be able to drive the truck. He even said, man, I don't leave town. He said, everybody around wonders where I'm going when I come to see you guys. But he appreciates the way we do things. The other one, I've just finished texting in between this little break and making this video. Loves his truck. Happy with it. Sent me a picture of it parked with his other one. You can see there. It's got a brother sitting next to it. And he's a three-wheeler lover. Gotta love it. But I freaking love it. So, and then he said, oh, crap. Hit the wrong button. And he said, this is the nicest square body I've ever driven. So, you know, again, and I went on to say again with him to reemphasize, you know, we didn't do the body and paint work on that truck. We didn't do any of the other stuff. We did some interior stuff on that truck. We did some lots of suspension and undercarriage stuff on that truck. We didn't really do any mechanical stuff on the truck. We did change the oil, and I think it might have a little drip from the drain plug or something that's got to be addressed. We'll go get it fixed, taken care of. Like I said, kind of started off with a couple little bum things when the truck first showed up, but things do happen. And again, we do what we can to correct it. End of the day, he's got a great truck. Thinks it's the best one he's ever driven, so that's cool. Just wanted to share some of that with you guys. Like I said, there's also some things that go wrong, that go bad. Thankfully, this week was less of them than normal. Shared one on with you yesterday about the park issue on that one truck and some other things. Stuff happens. We address it. We fix it. Take care of it. So hope you guys have a happy weekend, safe weekend. We got a lot to get done because we got a lot to get done for SEMA, these shows coming up and these events, but we're going to get it all knocked out. So if I don't get another clip put in here, see you guys next time.